Everything's gone to the pooper. We were in the forest, and only the fluffiest can survive. This isn't a world for the weak. If you want to rule, you have to be the gosh darnest cutest and deadliest. That's all we know. That's all we have. Only taking root. Take on the mantle of a fluffy woodland animal faction and play with 1 to 6 players to rule the forest kingdom in the ultimate asymmetric game by fighting every other poop hole animal and be the first to 40 points. And it won't be easy. Root comes with lots of doohickeys and whatchamacallits. And 80 screen pretty animal wedding warriors you've been darn tootin' for. Time to decide, are you gonna control the forest or let other animals poop you out? Choose now and take root.
Hi. I think we're all here. We are, and everybody's in the right place because I
Are
forgot to
you
check that because
unmuted?
I believe we're unmuted. I think we are broadcasting in 2 dimensions and with full audio. Uh, Hi, everybody. We're Roleplay Give, virtual tabletop role-playing game community. Tonight we are playing Masks of Nyarlathotep, the classic Call of Cthulhu campaign. We've been doing this forever, and we'll also be doing it forever. That's part of the horror. Um, but we are actually a little past halfway now through the campaign, and our intrepid investigators are some 50 to 100 hard to tell feet below the surface on the Giza Plateau. They were in. I'm not going to be able to pronounce this. Was anybody able to figure out how to pronounce that? Mycernitis? Mycernus? The the pyramid of Mycernus, which is the smallest of the 3 great pyramids, and found a secret door that led to a series of tunnels underneath the Giza Plateau. Well, into the Giza Plateau, I guess technically, and have been wandering for some time through these twisted and sometimes even mildly organic feeling tunnels. Uh, most recently, they have just encountered their first other being in the tunnels as they ran into what is not a minotaur, but is a man with the head of a bull. Just not going to call it a minotaur because that seems Greek and this is Egyptian, and they didn't have a name for it. So, that they probably did. I just don't know it. So They they slayed
Blue?
the slew. Thank you. They slew the not a minotaur, uh, suffering some sanity damage uh, in the encounter. And I believe we left off right there, and we are picking up with Purdy suggesting they cut the tongue out because that's good eating. Um, every time I say that, I enjoy Corey's reaction to it. Oh, no, you're not wrong. So that's where I'm not. We're just gonna play tonight, so we're just going. It's almost like we're at a table. So that's where we left off. Party. What do you wish to do?
You want to cut its tongue out.
What were you going to do with it? Just waste it?
Yes. Wow. No one else is going to chime in on this, huh? Just me. You both are fine with it?
Well, I'm not
Y-
going to eat it or anything like that. I guess I don't have any problem if our friend here wants to cut the tongue out, but I mean, it's a little too humanoid for my taste.
I gave some thought to the likelihood that I'd be able to talk Purdy out of really anything at all and came up with nothing, so I decided to let it go.
A little part of me wanted to see if the two of you would get into a little bit of a scuffle. I'd be curious to see how that would turn out.
So everybody's engaging in banter to deal with the fact that they have just fought a not a minotaur.
I mean,
I
alternatively,
can't process
if you guys,
that, so I'll process the tongue instead.
Processed meat. Um,
All natural.
just to set the scene a little bit, because I haven't done this one. Nothing's changed, but there's the eerie sort of wind feeling that goes through here every once in a while. Not in these offshooting tunnels that you're in, but in the larger ones, you run across pictograms of strange animals engaged in what appear to be uh, ritualistic killing, sacrifice, etc. Uh, and the offshooting tunnels that you're in have this sort of organic, every once in a while, a thrum or a pulse to them.
Does it appear our scuffling and shenanigans that happened here have drawn some unwanted attention?
How
Do
would
we hear anything?
how would you like to know? You want to listen?
I mean, it's pretty dark down here. I can't really see too far.
Nope. Yeah, you can see only where your electric torch allows you to. Go ahead, and anybody who would like to, if you all stay silent after discussing whether or not to eat the tongue of the not a minotaur, may roll a listen check. Oh, before you do that, sorry everybody, stop. I had meant to do this
It's
right.
right on roll.
I
It is right on a roll.
Elaborate.
Me
Listen.
too, me too.
go ahead and roll it. Just roll it and finish it up. Okay.
I would
No.
still like to roll, but
Go ahead, roll. Just roll it.
listen, right? That's
Yeah.
what you said?
Yeah.
No. I just hear a lot of mouth noises.
Can you guys see that?
Hmm.
So, Daisy and Harmon hear snatches of Arabic conversation. And I wish I had set that up to hide the roll. Uh, but basically, because you guys would not understand, none of you speak Arabic well enough to know that, so
Right. Yeah.
let's just not metagame.
No, but we know, I mean, Daisy knows
Knows.
there were people coming in
Right.
because Purdy and I were kind of being chased by them initially, so it's not surprising that they might be like looking for us.
And so I'm gonna say, can you? Did I localize you guys on the token? Did you? Did I?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
You're right here.
Yeah.
You are hearing that come from, you believe. That should be dark for you, but you have some idea of how far away.
That game master.
Also, I gave you guys some scale. That would be roughly 300 yards away. And as this map points out, those are imperial yards. I don't actually know if there's a difference between yards and imperial yards. So, but that is what you know, and so you can hear that, and you know, perhaps quiet down. Now I'm going to ask for everyone to roll. Well, before you roll, what is it that you're hoping to achieve here in the tunnels now that you've been here and fought the Nada Minotaur? You hear these in your heart of hearts, and we'll do a majority rules. What does your character want? Do they want to find a way out, or are they hoping to find, you know, a clue to the end of the mystery?
Armin wants to find out what they're doing here.
Okay.
Well, Daisy thinks that the missing mummy was taken out this way, so kind of finding an alternate exit to see if maybe that is what happened.
Okay. Would it be find an alternative exit or find the missing mummy?
Well, she's assuming whoever took it out a different way. So in her mind, it's the same thing.
Okay.
But finding what happened to the missing mummy
I'll
would probably go.
I'll
what she's-
interpret as such.
Yeah.
Okay. Clyde?
What those pesky Penhues do with this damn mummy? Why do they care?
All right. Anger has taken over. We want to know what these bastards are doing. And Clyde, and Colt / Purdy.
I'm pretty sure at the end of there we had a slight conversation similar to this when our last session. I'm pretty sure Purdy was of the opinion that we should go as deep as possible.
Yep.
To figure out what's going on here.
Yep. As long as you're down here, I think is what you said. We might as well get there. All right. Group luck check.
Got to remember how to do that. That's right. It's on
Summarize,
the other,
right?
on the summarize.
Summarize.
Where's luck?
Guess what, guys? I'm back.
Oh, we all.
Oh,
yeah.
you're all back.
Yeah, okay. That's right.
Hey, Purdy.
Hey, go Purdy.
All right.
Uh-oh, you're going where I want it. It's probably the worst choice.
deeper in. That's who knows what that means.
So I said this before we went live at the stream, but the mechanic here is we could actually play this out where they're going left, right, left, right, left, right, and only 1 out of 6 of any of these tunnels lead to anything. And so there's luck. And so you say what you want, and if you have enough successes, then you will get to there. The opposite is true if you fail. So it doesn't mean bad things happen. It means you guys end up circling around and end up getting lost, and you end up, I'm going to move your token back to where you are, where I say you ended up, which is you end up at the crossroads here. And you recognize where you're at now. Now you guys can start over again, or you can go back down to where you dropped that body. You guys moved a policeman's body down at the end of this area here, and you could check on that. You could go back up to the secret entrance, or you can start exploring all over again.
Who wiped off the chalk?
That's right, you had chalk.
Who wiped it off? Was it me? It's probably me.
It might not have been wiped off by any of you, but it's not there.
I don't know what happened to it. It certainly we'd marked the way, so getting back where we started is disconcerting.
It's almost like this whole passageway is like an animal itself. Like it feels like the walls are breathing sometimes.
That's true. I'd rather not draw attention to it again.
It feels that way to you too. I thought that was a bit of my claustrophobia.
No, I actually did perceive it breathing.
Oh, that's not good.
All right. So, at the crossroads, do you wish to go back in? If you go back in, I'm going to roll another event in the. You know, you think they might be police are now wandering through here. You heard them through the tunnels. You're at a place where you might be able to go up, but you know the police know that entrance. Or you could go down to the dead end you know at the end.
Can I ask a quick question
Of course.
for clarity? Didn't I leave him in the dark down there?
Yep.
Or was he dead? He was unconscious and I took
Oh,
everything off of him.
right.
One we retconned it and I just don't remember which way
That's
it went.
right. You wouldn't have killed him. It was an unconscious. You left him unconscious down there in the dark. That's right.
Right, okay.
Okay, you're right. I forgot that we did
And let
did
him wander around
I
in the dark if he were to come
right.
conscious.
I think I
So
had
even,
done
even more evil.
I think I had done yeah. I think I did combat incorrectly and we retconned it back, right? Is that what it was? We did the damage.
I think so.
incorrectly?
I think
Yeah.
so. I don't remember which way it went. Either I killed him or yeah.
I think you did it right. You just forgot which stat block.
I used the wrong stat block. That's right. And he still would have had 1 hit point. That's right. Okay. Thank you.
Well, I know for sure that the police have been notified, and I think if we go out the way we first came in, they'll be waiting for us. This may be our last opportunity to see what's down here. So I vote we stay.
I think I agree.
Okay.
I'm fine with that.
Oh,
But you saying you left a cop down that corridor?
Yeah, I mean, left is a strong turn.
he never saw you either, right? You came up behind and
Yeah.
hit him with the brass knuckles. So the only person they saw clearly was Daisy/Rosie.
Mm-hmm.
So okay.
And so if we do run into anybody, let them find me. They already know I'm wandering around down here.
Okay.
Let's try to not let them find anyone.
Well, I agree. I'm just saying. Plan B.
I think it'll be more fun than me rolling on that table that shows you what happens is if I use the book and ask one of you to roll a d10. So you guys head back into the tunnel. You see some of these strange markings that you had seen before, these awful pictograms of manimal basically tearing apart people. And no sanity. You've all seen all this. And I'm sort of hoping anybody knew what I was talking about with manimal. But
Oh, I get it.
it was such a shit show. But anyway, and then you come back to a place where I'm going to move you up. Come back to a place, and originally you had headed north, and now your choice is you head south, and at this is the place where I would like a fateful D10 to be rolled.
Got it.
I'll do it.
All right.
Assuming I think this is it.
There should be pictographic
Oops,
representation.
I rolled 2 of them.
That's all right.
Sorry.
We'll take the first. And the first was a 5. Okay. All right. Purdy rolled it, so Purdy gets to roll a luck roll.
Yay!
You were lucky before. Maybe you can continue to be lucky.
There I am.
Nice.
26. You're
Good
lucky.
job.
All
Continuing to be lucky.
All right. So as Purdy's walking through, you're heading down here. The floor has been, I think I described it as dry, bone dry in here. As you continue along this path, it begins to pick up an iridescence. Sometimes looks as if the floor itself is weeping. Sometimes even oozing and retracting moisture from the floor. Purdy, just corner of his eye, manages to avoid where a large amount of this, not quite water, starts to take on an oily sheen, purple, green, or iridescence. Almost puts his foot down and then decides not to step in it and moves forward. Oh,
Hey guys,
looks like it'd be slippery.
there's some you know, some gunk over here. You guys probably don't want to step in.
All right. All right. As I said, I was just going to do one more roll, and then I was not going to do the left, right, left, right, left, right. So you guys will get to, eventually you decide all of these side tracks where they seem to narrow or go are not in your best interest. And I'm going to say you redouble your luck efforts and your tracking efforts, and finally come. I'll ping you in case you don't follow along. I don't know if you do. You guys see where you're at?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You get to a spot where the sort of wind ceases. In fact, it goes silent, and a very narrow opening to your right. As you push a torchlight into it, you see that this opening descends about 10 feet down farther over the course of the ramp down. You will be going 10 feet lower, and it looks like it opens up into a wide, enormous chamber.
This is to the south if we're
Correct.
down on this map.
Correct. Wait, well, yes, if you're down. I need to check. They don't have a.
No, I'm just curious because you said to the right, and it wasn't clear which
Yeah,
direction we
you
came
guys,
from.
you guys had been
From our
heading.
hallway
Yeah,
to our right.
yeah. As if you guys were facing to the. Never mind. Yes.
We're facing
That's
south.
I got it. The
south,
thing down.
therefore right.
Yeah, I just don't know because there's no compass rose on this map. Um, so we're going to, for purposes of today's tactical gameplay, say north is up. I don't know that that's true geographically, and we'll retcon as needed. But just so that I don't have to say left, right, whatever, north is up. Okay. With the caveat of I can retcon that later if I'm wrong. Okay. So you can continue on this path, or you can go into this. It's the first time you've seen anything when you shine your flashlights down that it widens into anything. You've been in hallways, narrow tunnels and hallways for the last 2-3 hours. We're in the middle of the night, by the way, I believe, at this point.
Yeah.
What do you guys think? It seems kind of different here.
Yeah. I mean,
It is.
if we're
Maybe
looking
it's
for
the way
answers,
out.
if we're looking for answers, we want to look.
I just don't think a large sarcophagus would fit through here, but this is the only thing we found at all.
No, it doesn't look like the sarcophagus could come through, but it looks like there's something here that we don't understand.
I'll go first.
Okay. All right, here's where I need to talk about scale. So it looks to me like the chamber you are entering is bigger than a football field. In fact, your flashlights can't even hit the end of it. These black dots on the map here are massive ebon columns that just continue up towards the ceiling, where, if you wish, does anybody want to see how high up they go? If not,
Yeah.
okay.
Sure.
As you flash your lights up to them, you look and see that they've been carved to look like massive palm trees, and you're not certain as they reach the ceiling if they're not swaying in a breeze. And above you, the ceiling moves. And there's a feeling like you're seeing Starscape. But you're certain you're even deeper underground than you were when you started. You're no fresh air, no sense of a breeze. And yet, above you, there's a swirling, unnatural sky. And I need everybody to make a sanity check.
Yay!
Yeah.
Arachnic crew.
No!
Oh, no. Party!
No.
Party, no!
Oh, I thought that was Daisy.
No, I was kind of surprised I passed because my sanity's really low.
It's not, yeah, I actually was like, oh no. The um you take 1 point of sanity loss staring at this abnormal sky above you.
Everyone or me?
Just you. If you begin to move through the pillars, I am just wondering. I haven't done this yet. I'm not sure if this is even going to be helpful to me. But I want to try something. Now, can I move that? What? It doesn't let me rotate it, is the issue. I was hoping I could get an idea of how big this is by drawing the scale.
You go based off hexes? Because there
Uh,
seems to be hexes.
Yeah, there are hexes, and so 6 hexes is 100 yards roughly. It doesn't match up nice. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So to here is a football field. So as you move through these, almost like a forest of these pillars, with they just are solid stone as you're walking among them, but yet if you look up again, see them swaying in a breeze above. You eventually come to a staircase. Unless you guys tell me what you want to do, I'm not going to move you against your will, but you're moving through this sort of forest, and you come to this sort of downward staircase. But before you say anything, as you get to the staircase going downward, a ruby-colored mist emanates from it, sort of pooling and swirling around the base where you would be walking down it going to the south. So it's as you look down, you see that you would be walking down into this swirling ruby mist. I just want to make sure I described it all before you made a decision as you saw it. Beyond that, you see what appears to be a dais, maybe 50 yards and beyond the staircase. You can rock that Amadeus.
It's gonna say Cameron Diaz.
It's Cameron Diaz.
Officer Falco's on the scene.
That's right. I don't want to make a just joke about a bus since, that's how he died.
Wine bottle indeed.
Maybe that's the ruby mist.
It's always my ruby mist.
Makes you feel so fine.
Gotta check with Dusty. Okay, so you are aware of the staircase directly in front of you. To the left and the right, as you are looking, you see these ebon trees.
I wouldn't. It's gonna have a higher ABV.
Okay.
You're gonna...
I did not mute, so that's awesome. Okay.
I'll bring you a bottle.
I returned to my chair without wine.
Oh,
It's a
Well,
tragedy.
it is a tragedy.
mission failure.
Mission not completed. Mission not accomplished.
I guess before any more advancement happens, Clyde will say, well, seems to be a very large room, and there's 4 of us, and I'm the only one with a current firearm with any sort of range. I can take back a few paces and keep a lookout from behind, if that's all right. Unless you want me up front, then I don't care.
I mean, Clyde, if you're a little scared, it's okay to admit that.
You're the one that's terrified of the weird ceiling.
I'm just fascinated by it. Thinking of doing my aunt's, her summer cottage, maybe with that ceiling.
Can you all see still?
We can see us.
And can you move you?
Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, obviously, you're not moving the equivalency of, I think, well, yeah, actually, that's not too bad, because I think you move 10 yards roughly in a move if you want to. So these squares are all roughly...
Well, that's neat. Little torch flicker.
Somebody can turn
Well,
on
I have a
yeah,
I have
the
a
light.
flashlight, so I turned it on.
Go ahead.
Nice.
Feel free to... I feel at this point, if you're going to split up and have determinations, I was going to use markers.
In short, all I'm suggesting is Clyde stays back maybe 20, 30 yards.
Yeah,
in roughly the shadows, if that makes sense.
I mean, I certainly would defer to you on any sort of tactical decisions. If that's wise, then I trust you.
Well, you ever heard the expression, don't put all your eggs in one basket?
Yes.
It's like that.
Do our voices echo when we're talking in here? You had said it kind of, the wind ceased and it was a little silent outside this room. What does it sound like in this room?
In this room, thank you. Wow. I'll be okay with that. Thank you. I feel like I'm in a restaurant right now. Thank you. I'm not going to sniff the cap. All right. There is the same silence, except I'm not going to roll for a listen check because you're actively able to just take the time to listen. You hear water, and it sounds like the water of a pool, not a running river, not a running waterway, not anything that is a tidal or wave front, but there is water that is at least moving somehow in the room.
Hey, I'm gonna, Clyde, if you want to keep an eye on me, I'll walk up and see if I see anything in front of us. You said about 100 feet for these hexes?
No, well, yeah, I guess 12 yards, so 36 feet.
Okay.
But this is
100 yards for 6 of them.
6 hexes is 100 yards.
Oh, got it. Okay, sorry. I
Um,
apologize.
This is the staircase with the ruby goop or ruby fog. This is the dais.
Okay. I will approach the dais. The staircase is entirely in this room, or it goes down below this room.
Goes below.
I didn't. Okay.
The
For some
staircase
reason, I
starts
thought.
in the room and descends
Right.
into
Okay.
the ruby mist.
I'll go up to the dais first.
Okay. And obviously these tokens, you're much, 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 much larger than you would be. This is,
This gives a rough approximation of location.
Yeah.
you're right. It is about, and again, like I'm saying, these hexes are 12 feet, but like these are all just rough maps, and we're using them for a basic idea, but don't use them for a lot of scale because they draw it out. I put a hex on it, then I tried to use the scalar map against the hexes, and it doesn't work out really. So it says that this, where you're standing, that pool, that square pool is a pool of water,
Mhm.
and it is 75 feet across. And the top, you're standing, and there's the dais is maybe 3.5 feet tall. You can't quite tell. Oh no, no. You cannot actually see over it. You can hear the water, but you can't see over it because you're standing at an 8-foot wall. There is a black marble steps. Hold on. I read this and it seems okay. Drawing is messing with me. Sorry. There's no wall. You could, if you didn't have light, you could have walked right into this. It's actually flush with the floor. Sorry. Uh,
Okay.
you can see that there are steps descending into the water. And there is a uh, jet black, sort of carved to look, it's abstractly carved. There's no, like, it's not trying to look like anything, but it looks clearly like it's not just a lashed together raft. It's a clearly purposed, it says ceremonial, but you wouldn't necessarily know for what ceremony. Raft tied next to these staircases. Um, Inky black water. No concept of how deep it is.
Hey, there's this pool of water over here.
I don't think that the water itself solves any mysteries. Certainly, we'll be
Okay.
aware of it.
Keep walking around. I think maybe exploring this room before we go down those stairs might be
I
in order.
agree.
Well,
I
especially
agree.
with that ruby mist. Kind of
Yeah,
seems.
I'm not. Somehow, I'm trepidatious about walking into that mist after some of the things we've seen.
When we were walking through the halls and saw the pictographs, did any depict a ritual that would look like what we see in this room?
No, none of it actually seems to represent anything you're seeing currently. What you saw was really sort of strange man beasts devouring humans on altars. Uh, as you cross, if you're at the pool, you can see um, several yards further south an altar, but the pictograms weren't clear enough as to whether or not
Okay.
this would be the same thing. But you do see past the pool a white altar. Appears to be marble. And again, here's one of these, like, hard to say what the scale is here, but there are 3 sides that lead 15 feet up, and as you look, these are the 3 staircases. If you can kind of see this blurry drawing, I don't know if you guys are.
Mhm.
They lead
Okay.
up 15 feet to a platform where on the top is a 25 feet square white marble altar standing on this dais. From your position, you think there's something on it, but you'd have to climb up there to see.
Birdie's willing to go. He'll keep looking over his shoulder to make sure the others are there, though.
I'll come with you.
What are
follow.
Clyde and Rosie doing? Okay.
I'm following
Clyde
along
busy.
the other side of the pool.
Okay. Are you
I'm
still
going
covering?
Oh yeah. Probably would have to move up a little closer because they are getting a little bit farther away.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I was gonna start cautiously climbing it, but I'm with full intent to climb it.
The stairs are sort of steep, no railing. I always think of the Jeff Foxworthy joke about the Olympics. There ain't no railing there. Watch your step. But when he was talking about the Olympics, but as you climb up these steep stairs, and get to the platform, you see a ornately carved sarcophagus on top of this white altar.
Hey, there's a one of those sarcophaguses with the mummies inside up here.
Well, that may be one mystery solved.
When you get to the top,
We're looking for one.
it is covered, and I should have pointed out again something that you would have seen. Sorry, I'm eating. 1 second. Okay. I should have pointed out you would have also seen this blue-green arched stone bridge suspended it doesn't say how high up. That's cool. I'm gonna say it is 15 feet. It's well, it would have to be because that's where the stairs go up. 15 feet. It starts 15 feet and it gets to 30 feet. So it inclines over the course of that, however much that is, 200 yards, 75 yards that it goes to the west. It rises up another 15 feet over that span. So it is quite high over the ground, and it looks to be oozing this translucent, like sapphire green or sapphire blue and emerald green goo, somewhat reminiscent of what Purdy almost stepped in. But you could walk across that as well.
And you said that. Did you say that bridge connects to something down, like that we could get up to it?
Sorry, yeah. If flashing your light at it and peering, we've got the light set like way farther than you'd actually be able to see here. So,
Oh yeah, for sure.
But with some concentration, allowing your eyes to adjust, you would think it leads to what appears to be ceremonial doors on the west wall.
And there is a way up to it, so like
that green bridge, that green line there is this suspended with some. Looks like there are some supports underneath it. But
that's a bridge. But how do you get up to it?
Oh, you guys. Oh, I'm sorry.
Because the altar thing that we're at isn't connected.
Is this? This is another altar. This one is jet black. Sorry.
I see.
Yeah,
okay.
You see that one.
And the one we're on is white, right?
Is white. Yep. Sorry.
And there's stairs up to that other one as well.
Correct.
Is the other one where the sarcophagus is? Or are we looking at a different
No,
thing?
you're on the right one for the sarcophagus.
Okay.
The other one actually doesn't have an altar on it. It is appears to be thrones, 2 of them.
Hey, does one of you know what the sarcophagus that we're supposed to be looking for looks like? Could this be it?
I could look and see if I can interpret any of the hieroglyphs, but I'm not certain I'll be able to. Worth a shot.
I gently push the sarcophagus and see if it floats.
It does not.
Okay. It might be a different one. This one doesn't float in the air.
Well, too bad. That would have been interesting.
I'm sorry.
I will roll an
Yeah,
roll
sorry,
an Egyptology to see if I can read
I did a hand signal to you. Go ahead and roll because I was trying to chew. I'm sorry.
No, I can't read it.
No. You can give me though an archaeology check. Okay.
That's full on that one.
You I mean, clearly you've moved ancient artifacts before. You know what it looks like when something's been recently moved to a location where it hasn't rested for some time.
Mm-hmm.
This is recently placed here.
I'll relay that.
Does it have an animal head? Can you tell?
Nothing indicates whether or not there's an animal head with the sarcophagus.
There are certainly animal-headed figures amongst the hieroglyphs, but that seems fairly common.
Let me make sure I'm. No, it's just it is clearly a woman.
Well, that stands to reason. We were looking for Queen Nitocris's sarcophagus that was stolen or went missing.
Although you don't have proof, you have a lot of
No, it's a
circumstantial
woman.
evidence.
Haman, how do you know from the sarcophagus? What is it?
Well, they put a likeness of the person buried on top of it.
Oh,
If you get up here, you can see it.
Yeah, it's like the King Tut sarcophagus, not like the medieval king. Well, the medieval kings kind of have the likeness too, but like the big stone, nothing going on with it. It's got a likeness on it.
Okay.
So very feminine. Sorry, I should have described that earlier. So yeah, lots of circumstantial evidence that this is the lost mummy of Queen Nitocris. I'm going to describe what you guys see because I wasn't describing it even though it's all lit for you because your flashlight really wouldn't go quite that far. But the in front of you also, some 15 feet up is a hideous double throne. Now, I'm not sure what a double throne means. Does that mean 2 thrones or it's just a really wide throne?
Like a double bed.
Yeah, I guess.
California king throne.
Stone and carved with numerous images. You can't see all that yet. Oh no, the throne's 2 seats are designed for human-sized figures. And then to the left of that, you see a long bridge that leads sideways to the left wall, as they call it, the left wall of the hall. Its supports are also carved with disgusting figures and writhing tentacles. The bridge is of the same bilious green weeping stone as the throne block and has no railings. Its surface is 30 feet above the floor. Yep, I was right on that. Good, I read it and I just had to remember it. And that is what you see to the left. Beyond that, you see sort of the pillars have created sort of this ring and maybe like have some symbolic grouping around these places, although they just seem mostly geometrically, placed. Here there is an opening behind the throne dais, uh, and you would have to get a little closer to see what was going on there, although it does look like there's some sort of like niche, but huge, so you wouldn't call it a niche necessarily, like a alcove, a large alcove. But it is mostly blocked from your view where you're standing by the thrones.
I apologize. I assume that's the thing to the far south on this
Yes,
map.
correct.
Okay, sorry, I was
Yep.
trying to get Sophie to calm down.
That's the one.
Well, what do you guys think we should do? Creepy bridge or spooky staircase?
Oof.
Well, they both seem really, really horrible. The bridge seems less foreboding to me than walking into that nest.
I agree with you on that one.
There's
I think I'd rather
you also
go across this weird bridge.
you have the alcove as well you could look at. Sorry.
Yeah,
Just...
actually, that's what Daisy was going to suggest. Before climbing up or down anything, maybe it would be good to see what's in the back of the room there.
Sensible?
I know he.
All right.
Yeah. So and Pretty will sort of walk under the bridge to see if there's any. I didn't really quite go there.
Yeah.
To see if there's any like, I don't know, anything you can gather from. Is this a terrible idea? Which, I mean, is this a more terrible idea than he already thinks it is?
The light of your flashlight sort of gives like this movement. You can't, well, I guess you can't tell if it's the way your flashlight's hitting these tentacles supporting the bridge, or if they're actually, or the movement of this sort of water that's weeping down the tentacles. But they appear sometimes to just sort of twist and move as they're supporting the bridge. However, you have already had enough sanity taken by creepy architectural features, so you will not lose any sanity on creepy architecture. Because they're choosing to stay in it and accepting that you are in a creepy place that makes no sense.
I'll come up around the other side and meet up with Purdy as he gets closer to the alcove.
Okay.
With all these tentacles around and that pool of water, it makes me wonder if there's anything lurking inside.
Oh, no.
I mean, Glad should just dip his toe in there.
Maybe, no.
Oh, we'll find out fast.
All right.
Anybody else having a foreboding feeling, sound thing happening?
I can't hear it. I didn't set it high enough for me to hear it.
Something just sounds a
I
little foreboding.
I have sound muted from Foundry just so I can hear you all.
Yeah. I might have said it. Yeah, there we go. That seems a little loud.
It's become a little more spoopy than it was before.
It usually scares the living daylights out of me when it comes on and I'm not expecting it, so I just have set my settings so I can't hear music because I would literally jump in my seat. So
Okay. The alcove contains within it contains within it a sort of a carving of something you have seen before. One of you saw in sort of what you all saw, actually. You saw it in Peru. But the carving, let me find my journals here. Where do I have a good picture of this? None of those things. Closing pictures. There we go.
Oh,
Yep,
golly.
seen that before.
That is what is in this alcove, including
Oh, I remember when we saw Clyde saw that.
Clyde saw that in
I talked to him.
Yeah.
well, and Purdy has two, but it was through the body of Augustus Larkin. Oh, when he was shaking him and telling him to get off the heroin, and he's unhand me, mortal. But this is what you see. Now, this is a carving, so this is all done in rock and not quite as lifelike-ish as this is. But that is what is in the alcove. So, remaining places to explore are the pool, the staircase, and the bridge. Or you could leave, I suppose is another thing. Or you could hang out and, build a summer home. Not saying I want to live here, but some of the trees are quite lovely.
I think he wanted his queen back. Goodness.
Yep.
Not sure what.
What's in her? Hey, Harmon, does the things in her hands, do they mean anything?
Oh.
Is that the exact thing we see, or?
Yep, yeah, it is.
Okay.
Well, isn't yeah?
Well,
Aren't
in
most of the
carved in
pharaohs
stone.
buried holding those two items?
Yes, but
I believe, like, player knowledge,
Well-
Tutankhamun was holding those two items. They
Okay.
don't look exactly like that. These ones look way creepier, but like they're the same items.
there's sort of a
Like the scepter of rule, and then I don't remember what the other one is.
I don't remember the other one either, but they are two scepters, and they are the ends of them are alien. Sort of a Stargate kind of moment here of, is this where Egyptian culture came from? But one of the things, like, it's got that drawn on there. One of the things you'd be able to pick out, it's not clearly depicted in this version, but an inverted ankh. So, I don't know if I have a drawing of an inverted ankh easily seen here. Because when they said there's an inverted ankh, I'm like, well, how would you know? Just flip it upside down, But then I saw a drawing of it, and I'm like, oh, okay. I don't think I have that uploaded. Yeah, I don't, because it would have been in London that you would have found it. But that's what you see as an ankh is generally a loop with the cross in them, and instead the loop is on the small end and it goes out farther, past the cross hilt, I guess, which to me is like, it's just an upside down ankh. But the way it's typically held and the way this one is, it's held the same way, but the ankh is upside down. Does that make sense? Am I describing it in a way that helps? No?
Mhm.
I can try to draw it if you would like. So like, I believe that's the wrong tool. I believe an Ankh is this, right? And so, and on like the ceremonial staffs there, this would be the end of the staff, and then this is the staff, and the Ankh is on top of it like that. And in this case, the staff is here, and it goes like this. So it's being held in the right direction as the scepter, but the Ankh is upside down. Does that make sense?
Well, and the typical pharaohs were depicted with these items, with their arms crossed in front of their chest, holding these, not not held outward like that.
This is true. But you have heard a couple times now of the Black Pharaoh Nyarlathotep, and some of you have met him. Not knowing he was the Black Pharaoh Nyarlathotep, perhaps, but nothing seems to occur from the statue. It just stands there. As you're looking at it, there's behind it is that same weeping stone phenomena.
And that's the green stone or the black stone?
It's behind it is black stone, but as you look at it
Okay.
carefully, it's got that sort of weeping, and as you look at it, it's got that purpley green, oil slicky feeling to it that Purdy saw on the floor as you were walking towards it.
Right. Is this something typical of archaeological digs as well, Harmon?
I'm not familiar with that stone, no.
It seems so dry everywhere else, but now this is kind of oily looking.
No, and it makes me feel uncomfortable.
Yeah. I feel like everything left to explore has some element of uncomfortability to it.
Oh yes, I'm resigned to it. I'm just voicing it.
I will ask the party to choose who would like to roll a fateful D10. All right.
I'm always willing to do it.
Give it, Dawson.
Dawson's gonna do it for us this time.
That's like on the 2 and the 8 at the same time. I don't know how that happened. It's 2.
It's a 2. All right. As you're standing here staring at it and wondering what next to do, the oozing liquid starts taking on a darker tinge. The air sort of fills with the smell of iron. Earlier, I don't remember which side of because you guys were a split party at one point.
Yes, I remember this.
There was the dripping of blood.
Mm-hmm.
And this is smell blood, the tang, the ironish, ferrous smell of blood.
Oh, that is a smell I recognize.
This is a change in the feel of the area that you're in. Almost as if it's aware you're here.
Well, moving on.
We try to cross that bridge then?
I think that's the best way to go, yes.
Why? Start climbing up that black altar.
You climb up the black altar, Purdy leading the way, I assume.
I'm willing to, unless someone wants to jump out in front of me.
This one, like I messed up earlier where I said it was 15 feet to 30, and then I corrected saying it's 30 feet across. You're higher than you were with the white altar where the sarcophagus is. It's 30 feet up. So you climb these stairs up 30 feet to the top. The thrones appear to be writhing. They're coming out of the stone floor that you're standing upon, and the rock itself appears to be creating these stones, eating themselves and creating themselves at the same time. If no one would have a natural urge to want to sit in either of these seats, you feel like as if you would, that you would become pulled into something or become part of the throne. There's nothing natural about this, and I will need all of you who walk up under that to take a sanity check. This is beyond what you've seen. This is the sense of dread emanates. You are at a seat of power beyond your own comprehension.
Hey, Clyde. You look tired.
Oh, here we go, Daisy.
Yeah, I'm doing fine. What are you talking about?
I have to go up there?
Oh, you don't have to.
Oh, okay. I wasn't going up
Oh, you
there.
weren't going up there. Okay.
Yep.
No.
All right. So, all of you will take nothing. It's a zero-sum game at this point. So,
Well, I don't know what's sweeter at this point. Either that or this.
the bridge has a slight glow as you're on it. Greenish translucence as you walk towards it anyway.
Walk carefully.
Daisy's still 30 feet below
I'm
you.
gonna stay below you.
You want me to lead you up, Daisy?
No.
You can just close your eyes.
I feel like it's crossing a bridge to another side doesn't sit well with me right now. Where do you think it's leading to?
Further on.
I mean,
I need to know how to pronounce something. Hold on one second.
I'll stand underneath the bridge in case anyone falls off of it for now.
yeah, I think at least Purdy would want to see what's down there. I think
Yeah.
I'm not sure he's committed to going down there, but he would like to see what's.
What's over there?
Yeah.
Okay, it is pronounced stele. As you look across the bridge, any archaeology student would recognize as stele. It's like a marker, a roadway, a sign. It's. Wish I. Let me see if I can actually pull one in. I have this new module I got for Foundry that lets me pull pictures in and stuff.
We'll stay below with Daisy just for the sake of, hey, buddy system.
The veil is very thin, Clyde. Maybe this is a bridge through it.
Well, I don't necessarily believe in all that superstition at this point. I mean, the last time I did, a poor medium got her neck snapped, so I don't even know at this point. That was
You don't believe that happened, or?
Well, I don't know what to believe really anymore at this point. I mean, I saw that lovely fellow right there.
Right. Just don't walk through the archway. You can look, but don't walk.
I'm not. I'm right here.
I'm telling the gents above.
Oh, it's kind of hard when you're looking at me in this
I
circumstance.
was talking to you, but now I'm telling them. I'm sorry. It's hard to tell.
It's almost like we can't look at each other.
I know.
So that's a stele. And so you guys can see that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
So that's not the one you're looking at, but I just found one online to use as an example. Yours is much larger. And you can see it standing in front of what is a ceremonial door that is on the west wall here.
Can I try to read it?
Yes, you can. And I will ask you to roll 2 checks.
Okay.
First, your Egyptian check.
Mr. Egyptian, you're a goddamn liar.
And it's not difficult to get across there.
It is not. You have
Okay.
you if you were running and this were a chase scenario, we would be doing a hazard check, but taking
Got
your
it.
time, walking carefully, you are able to walk without trouble across it.
So basically, he and I are both over here at this point.
Yeah, you could both be over there. Yep.
Okay.
You see he's looking at the stele. You can look at whatever. There's the doorway in the wall. You're standing on like a platform, almost as if it's, like you've seen, maybe even silent movie footage of the king and the queen standing and doing a wave as the troops walk by. It's almost like a balcony sort of to be seen place.
I'd be looking at the door, but I'm mostly keeping an eye on Harmon.
Okay. Harmon, I need a Cthulhu Mythos check. It was worth a shot.
Oh.
Some of the hieroglyphics catch your eye as being odd here, but that's
Yeah.
it. You can't read them?
My Egyptology knowledge is limited enough that I'm not sure I noticed that they're really all that odd.
It's more that there's just this slight. You're looking more out of not even. I'm going with the mythos check. The fact that you've been around too many weird things that you're looking for also the odd, the arcane, the supernatural, and certain characters in here look like they're cut differently. I think another archaeologist wouldn't even be looking necessarily for those, and would just apply whatever they read and just. But you can't even read it. You just know there's something more to this, but not enough to actually give you a clue. Okay, and then there's a single door into the door to the west. Clyde and Daisy are below, standing at the base of the throne dais, I believe, the tower almost 30 feet up.
Right. Well, I had kind of thought to follow along under the bridge in case they fell. So trying to stay.
So you're 30 feet
somewhat
below
close.
them at
Right,
this point.
right.
Yep. Okay. With Clyde. All right.
And cautioning them not to go through any doorways into the afterlife.
Appreciated.
Just be very sure, before doing something you might regret.
The only thing that strikes you, Harmon, about the door as you look at it, and Purdy, but Harmon from an archaeological point of view, is the door is maintained. This is a wooden door. Should have been gone a long time ago.
Well,
It's dry down here. They can last quite a while, but this one's not 1,000 years old.
I think we ought to look.
What?
You guys opening the door?
Yeah. Please pushing it open a little bit.
Okay.
What could possibly go wrong?
It opens towards you. As you pull it open, you see a hallway. Looks like it goes down about 30 feet to the west.
Hey guys, it's just a hallway. I don't know what you were all scared about.
A bright light, or do you hear any singing?
Well, my grandfather's waving me onward.
It's not kind, Harmon.
No, I'm sorry. That was rude.
Dawson, to catch you up, they They crossed over, they looked at a stele to see if they could find anything special about it. They saw nothing. They saw a door that was new, opened it, and there's a hallway. And then Harmon pretended his grandfather was calling him onto the afterlife. But it's really just a hallway.
Well, in that case, if we want to go that way, unless you want to walk all the way around back the other way and try and figure out somewhere else, I guess we can go that way. Daisy, you don't have to look at the phone if you don't want to. Just talk about something else and look in the opposite direction.
Well, as long as it's... I just really thought that bridge was going to lead somewhere else, you know? But if it's just leading to a hallway, then it might be safe for us to cross. Is there any way you could take a rubbing of those... I don't know what those symbols are.
The
Oh, certainly.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
You've
sorry,
done that
you're
before,
on
right?
mute.
That
Yes,
That's-
yes,
yeah.
I do have that among my kit.
it
So
might
I'll
be
take a
important
rubbing
to
of that.
know.
Perfect.
Did we see anything else like that in this area before we set to leave? Like, were there any words along the pool? You said was even with the ground.
Right.
Okay.
And nobody spent any time looking at the pool, so I haven't described anything more about the pool.
Right. And then the stairway was covered with that mist that none of us want to go in.
Yeah, we'll not deal with
We'll
that.
pass that. All right. Well, if we're ready to leave, I'll follow.
Okay.
Well, Daisy, just look in that direction. Tell me about your first day as a nurse. And I will start to lead her up,
That's
making
supposed-
sure she's looking away from the throne.
I don't mind making a sanity check. I just wasn't planning to be up there when everybody else was, so that's why.
The fact, no, if you guys are taking pains to prevent her from looking at it, then there's no sanity check required.
Okay.
And so, no, I mean you. Yeah, that's an aid action. So, and you cross over, open the door.
Don't like the way you say that.
No, you don't. And I will ask for a 1d10.
Ian and Birdie are out.
Like every time I do it, it's bad.
I'll do it. You have to do the next one though.
All right.
All right.
He's disappointed. We missed something really good.
No. Here's what happens.
Remember how if there was a chase, that bridge was going to be a hazard?
Well, that might come into
Whoop.
play. You are walking. I'm going to move. For now, I'm going to move back to the party token.
Sure.
Alright, can you guys see from this party token? I think it's
No.
set for all of you to control.
Doesn't seem to be exposing any map.
Oh, let me, Now? Now, can
Well,
you see?
maybe the
Can't
map
tell,
is
it's-
just narrow hallway. Yeah.
It is a very narrow hallway.
'Cause that's all I know.
Maybe that's why it's not showing up.
Well, let's see.
But
if I
like
move
it's still not seeing anywhere right there. Where that looks
Oh,
like it
right.
should be hallway.
So if I move Daisy there, I can see.
Oh, but okay.
But
If I move
me-
Clyde, I can see as well.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's some vision setting on that token that we don't have.
I will quickly fix, or I will just.
Just use Clyde for it.
Can
We'll
you
all be
see?
Clyde.
Can you all see from Clyde?
we are Clyde. I don't know.
No, we can't.
Okay.
But Dawson
Pick
can
me.
tell us what he sees.
hey, me! What do we see?
Can you see from there now?
No,
No.
the token is now gone.
Okay. Hold
It's
on.
hiding in the darkness.
Let me. Token. Vision. Well, that would be why the has vision token has been turned off. Can you see now?
No.
Yes.
Well, you gave the vision to Clyde.
Oh, yep, I can. Yep.
Okay.
I'm Clyde. Hey, everybody, I can see.
Well, that's weird that you guys can. I can't.
From the the
You have
party
to
token?
you have to select the token.
Thank you. Now I can.
Okay.
Yeah, because I did the same thing. I was still on selected Harmon, so I couldn't see anything from it. But
All right.
That's smart.
As you walk down here, I'm going to ask for who's in front because I don't want to get into a big mess and whatever. Who do you want to be your lead person walking in front?
Unless someone, it would be Purdy unless someone was
All right.
I think that's
willing
true.
to do it.
Then Purdy, I would like you to give me a listen check.
Okay, sorry. For some reason, I always close my character sheet. So give me 1 second. Listen. Purdy's not too good at the listening.
No.
Oh,
So
you really are 28%.
I'm just too
You're a
big,
talker.
yeah. I hit things when I move around. And
nice. Purdy, I would like.
I'm a mouth breather.
You're probably talking as you go, telling us what you're seeing.
Still trying to convince you bull tongue is worthwhile.
Corey, roll me a d6.
6. Sorry.
5. Okay. Guys, move to this sort of bend, and as you curve around the bend, a hand grabs you from your shirt and pulls you into the face of an eagle. Well, a falcon, technically. It is a man falcon. It's a malkin. Not a minotaur. And we are now in initiative. Combat. You guys tell me how you want to play this out, but first off, I am going to ask you to... I'm going to pull all of your tokens into this weird space. And it doesn't matter that you're not in the hallway because it's really just for... What am I missing?
You.
Daisy.
Daisy?
I'm there. I'm there.
You are?
Yeah, I'm right here.
See Clyde.
Oh,
That's
Clyde.
me.
There's
Clyde.
Clyde.
Clyde was on Daisy. Okay. All right.
Oh, I saw myself. I didn't see Clyde.
If you could, if your token is highlighted, you can hit the initiative button, and that should put you into an active encounter once I click start. All right. And I will.
That's probably in combat, right?
Right click the fist icon on the top right, and it'll pop
Oh,
up the
that's right.
combat tracker for you.
Harmon Farwell is there.
I mean, it tells you to roll the dice, but you always have the same initiative in Call of Cthulhu, so it's sort of. I wish there were a way I could just start it. Maybe there is, and I don't know how to use all these buttons on the left here for me. Alright. And then 50, 20, 55. Power equals 50. Alright, cool. And then I'm going to use the party token to be the Falcon, the Malkin. So, I don't see Purdy or Harmon or I see Harmon. I don't see Purdy or Clyde in the...
I don't know if I'm missing it or I just don't see it.
Okay, click on your token and hit the swords and shield.
Token.
Yeah, if you
There it
right-click
is.
on it,
Sword and shield.
Yep.
That button. There we go.
Where's sword and shield?
Right click on your token.
Oh, I see now.
Then click the sword and shield, and that'll put you in there. Then go to the fist icon on the right-hand nav, and
Okay,
hit
got it.
the 20-sided die button, and it will put you in.
Got it. Thank you.
Perfect. All right. begin combat. Clyde, you see this creature is trying to grapple Purdy. I should actually have a surprise round on that, shouldn't I? I should. I'm gonna forego it. All right. So you see this; it's just grasping around the bend. You hear this struggle immediately. What do you? The tunnel is 10 feet wide.
I'm going to back up a little bit, press myself against the wall, throw up my rifle, and take aim.
Okay.
So I will give myself advantage on my next turn because I don't want to accidentally shoot Purdy because that would be very bad.
Yeah, that could go badly, and that happens in Call of Cthulhu. So, all right, that will be Clyde's go. Purdy, you are grappled and held by this thing slightly taller than you with the face of a falcon.
Okay. What are my options?
You're not grappled. I did not do the actual, try to surprise attack on you, so you can do whatever it is you want to do. You have freedom of movement.
Yeah, I'm gonna brass knuckle him right in that stupid falcon snout.
Okay.
Mess him up.
Oops, I'm not. Hold on, let me see if I can do this on purpose.
Hey, help me out, Dom, and ask for help on this.
Fight back or dodge.
Yep. He's definitely gonna fight back. Man, that fighting brawl score is huge.
It's like what, 95?
Yeah, he really can't.
I can't read
click
anything on this.
On the that card just came up. The bottom thing, fighting brawl, is clickable.
Oh no! Oh no!
Well, I can't dodge. My only hope is a fight back, I think, on this.
Correction, you can't fight back, you can only dodge.
Oh, because I can't beat it.
You
Right?
can't beat extreme. I think the only way to beat extreme is a critical.
And so on a dodge, if I tie him, I dodge it.
Yes.
Okay. All right, we'll go for the dodge. I'm going to be rolling dice because I didn't enter these guys in as characters. So I only entered in his dex to put him into initiative. So his fight back, his dodge is...
I mean, that's max damage for Purdy right there.
Oh no, it's not good. This is just going to be a
He's a
sad little.
falcon.
This is going to be a sad little encounter. You should have taken the surprise attack.
Yeah, you don't scare me.
You don't mess with a boxer
I
in his elements.
punch you in the
Yeah, that's a
face.
fail. Yeah, super fail. So I'll take the full damage. So you can hit the roll damage button on that card above. Well, that'd be 10 points of damage because the critical was applied. He is still up. All right, but he took the dodge, so he's done, right? No, if he takes the dodge, he can still fight on his turn, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's only if it's only if he dives for cover is when he doesn't.
That's right. Daisy.
Well, it looks like I'm right next
Oh.
to this scuffle.
This is not like D&D, so you could actually do something else, movie or any other type of little incidental action. So there's not like this action, this action, this action, this. So
Right, but
I'm
we're in
always
a
checking
narrow
with Corey to see if he
hallway.
wanted to do anything else. Yeah, sorry, I should have said, Corey, is there anything else that Purdy wants to do other than punch the guy in the face?
Oh no, it was just sheer. Someone grabs him.
He punch. Okay.
Purdy, that person's gonna get punched.
Sorry, Robin. I should have said that more clearly. I was just checking in. Okay.
All right. I feel like I would take out my little Swiss Army knife and try to stab it in a vein or artery.
Okay. Fair enough. Give me. I guess that's a brawl roll, right? Yeah.
Okay, I have a small knife in my melee weapons, but when I click on it,
It's just
Let's
an
see.
it's just an item. Then it's not a.
Yeah. Well, it's under combat, but it
Oh.
doesn't seem to want to roll anything. It says I have not selected a target for the.
Oh,
I guess
Knife.
highlight the
token.
All
highlight
right.
the token. Yep, there you go.
There we go. And then I just
Click that
hit
fighting
the
brawl.
button.
Yep.
Okay. Aw, I'm not very
Alright.
good with my knife.
All right. Well, Daisy
Well,
leans
I
in
tried.
the knife. Anything else you want to like retreat back or?
I will. Yeah, I'll get down low
Okay.
though. To just try to get out of the way. So I'll try to stab in, and then when that doesn't work, I'll back off into the against the wall to let anybody else
Flatten against
through.
the wall, so
Yeah.
so bringing us to harm and anything harm.
Kind of like
just
make myself.
I'm gonna play my greatest hits and pick up a rock and throw it at him.
All right, throw the rock.
It has vanquished many a foe.
Nope.
Yeah.
It's close, but
Ed and I were talking about how the skills in Call of Cthulhu need a little help. Like throw shouldn't be quite this critical of a skill. like, but okay. All right, so then that brings us to our Malkin.
back. I'm moving
gonna
back
go back
down
down.
the hall. Yep.
And this Malkin, in a rage, is going to use its either it gets to peck or claw. I feel peck feels more grim. So with a falcon.
Is it a peck with an acorn?
No. Giant raptor beak at
No.
Purdy. So here we go. Peck attack. All right, let's see what happens. That's a 5.
Oh shit!
That's an extreme success.
I didn't do it.
No,
I
did.
swear I didn't do it.
Oh, I had you highlighted. I had you highlighted. But
I'm not pecking, I promise.
It still would have been the same roll. It would have been a 5. And my fighting is 55, so that I believe is extreme. That's extreme is 5%, right?
Within 1/5.
Within 1/5. So yeah, okay. So that's an extreme success against Purdy with the peck attack. So that means it's a critical. Is it a critical damage then?
Well, Purdy still gets to react.
Oh, yep,
Either
Purdy, you want to
fight
back or dodge?
which probably wouldn't be best because it's an extreme. So dodge would be your best bet. You have to match it, and you may want to spend luck.
Honestly, with Purdy's skills, fight back might be better. He might have a better chance of an extreme success on that
Has to get a critical. Can't match.
than a hard.
Dodge is he can dodge and succeed. He cannot succeed with an extreme.
I see.
Yeah. You are muted,
I think you're
Cord.
muted.
Yeah.
Sorry, took a second. I will dodge. That's what I was saying.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'd have to get. Yeah, so I'd have.
An extreme.
Yeah.
How much luck do you have?
I have a fair bit, but what's he gonna do to me?
How much health do you have?
Well, I think he needs to get that down to a 5th of 30 would be a 6. So he would need
Oof.
to spend 28 luck.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see how bad. The damage then is the peck or claw is 1d4 plus my damage bonus. My damage bonus is a 1d4. So 6 points of damage.
Okay.
And so the beak goes, the raptor beak goes deep into the shoulder, gashing into Purdy. That will bring us to Purdy. Oh no, Clyde. It's Clyde who took aim.
I have a gun. Oh, I gotta reset everything. You and this. this button.
Nice. I love how it sets it all up. I really should build the monsters in so that I can use this.
Says I'm point blank,
You can
but I was
take
wanting
the-
to back up.
You can unclick that, I think. Can't you?
I don't think so.
I just
say-
changed it to base range. But you took aim, so you have bonus
Yep.
die, right?
I do.
Okay.
Let's just see if it gets an extreme at all.
Okay.
So I hit non-extreme.
Okay. So the hit, go ahead and roll damage on the hit. I mean, he is... The beak that went into Purdy was already broken up pretty bad from the brass knuckling hit he just got. So, what's the damage from... Oh, he takes
10
10
points.
He dead. Any way you want to describe the shot that flies past Purdy's shoulder and into the face of this... Or, not face. I mean, what do you want to hit? How do you want to...
Probably as I don't know if Purdy's up for it. If he recoils from being bit would hurt a lot, and then a second that opens up, the bullet goes past.
Nice. And again, shockwaves echo down the hallway as the rifle ends this creature's life. Purdy has taken a hella hit.
Oh gosh. Let me see if I can, stop the bleeding. You got pecked.
Yeah, that bird brain got me right in the shoulder.
Well, I'll try to see if I can help at all. Is that doing first aid?
First
or
aid.
is
First
that...
aid, you can give him one hit
Okay.
point back, I think is what it does.
Wouldn't be much, but it's something. Oh my gosh,
Oh.
I failed.
Wow.
Man.
Would you like me to give it a shot? Here, let me help here.
Yeah, maybe
I also
here,
have first
you can
aid.
use some of my supplies.
That doesn't look great. Press right here.
Oh,
There you go.
all right. You get one hit point back, Purdy.
Well, one, that's not going to last too long. Maybe we can take a little time for Purdy to get that patched up. I can keep cover of this hallway, and we'll see anything that's coming from the atrium if you want to go back there.
I suppose so. I feel like we need to be. I don't know. We don't have any more answers, but I don't know that we can stick around here.
And then all that noise. There were people looking for us. If we stay here, they'll likely find us. Do you think you
don't
can
know
make
that
it, Purdy?
staying still is a good plan.
Yeah, I mean, it hurts like a son of a bitch, but I think I'll be fine.
All right. You guys eventually, and I don't want to get into the left or rights of this, but you come to another dead end where I present you with a problem. You can see starlight above you, 50 feet above you, with slick walls.
Is this a well?
As you look around your feet, you think it more is just a hole people have used for trash. You're standing in and it's not like old trash. It's like somebody has been dumping their restaurant garbage down here.
Well,
We found our way out if we need it. Do we need it?
I think we do. That's my opinion at this point.
I think this is our best exit. If we can get out.
Yeah.
I mean, how much attention do we want to draw to ourselves?
It's still roughly like 2 in the morning. At this point. Well, you guys were in that chamber for a while, maybe 3 in the morning now.
Well, let's look through this refuse and see if there's anything that might be helpful.
I do have a rope on my list of stuff. Oh, actually, so that's what I was looking for. I have a flare gun.
Nice.
That's why I asked how much attention do we want to bring to ourselves?
Probably not much.
Okay.
You do have a rope?
I have a rope in my inventory.
Okay. Well,
I mean, whether or not I would have brought it today, but we knew we were going in a pyramid.
yeah.
Right,
How
so-
wide is this opening?
It looks like it's just basically like it's widened where you're at. Looks like up at the top it's maybe no more than 6 feet diameter.
Okay, but it's still a pretty big hole.
You're able, yeah. It's
Like someone couldn't wedge themselves in it to climb up.
yeah. Well, arms out, legs up. But boy, I don't know if any of you feel like you're strong enough to.
You know, when I was a kid, I
Maybe-
did this
maybe
thing with one
Purdy
of my
could do it.
buddies.
Back to back?
Back to back. I mean, we would interlock our arms together, press ourselves against each other, and walk up trees together. I broke an arm once doing that. I wouldn't recommend it, but it just looks like a possible option for it.
Well, let's back up to the first thought and look around in the refuse for anything that might be helpful.
You find mostly bits of food in various states of decay.
Right. So we'll cross that off the list.
And kicking through it, let's see, I'll randomly generate some shit from the 20s. Let's see. There are like you find a 1 foot length of aluminum, sort of like a brass, like a faux brass, like curtain rod. You find a couple of, let's see, what kind of things that people just throw away? And I'm trying to think of things that have existed in the 20s. Like, because there wasn't as much disposable packaging back then. It was like you're not going to find a bunch of tin cans, There might be a couple food tins. You might find a couple of food tins, like sardine tins, kind of thing. And then you find, I'm trying to think of anything that might be thrown away that would be like, you don't like, there's nothing. I guess what I'm saying is the book doesn't give me anything here. It just says refuse. So I'm trying to think of a couple things that maybe you would find that might be useful. Anything in particular that you're looking for, and I'll maybe make a roll.
Not particularly. I was really
hoping the
wondering
book
if I
said there
might
was
find
something.
anything that could be used to help climb.
No, there's nothing here. It just garbage, and you see on the walls just this sort of places where food has bounced down the side and slimed it up a little bit, but a lot of it's dried.
How much garbage would you say there is?
Probably like at the base of it, it's almost maybe 1.5 feet thick.
So not too much. So say if someone were to accidentally fall on it, it still would hurt.
A lot.
Yeah. Well, if you want to leave, I'm pretty okay at climbing.
I think I'm probably terrible at it, but I do think we should try.
Unless someone thinks that you're probably a better scaling at walls than I am. Be my guest. But I can go.
No, I'm not.
I'm not either.
30?
Yeah, I don't think I am either.
Are you
Pretty
offering
doesn't
to
look
like
like
climb
she
with the
could-
rope, kind of thing?
Oh wait, maybe I am.
I have a 54 in climb, is what I'm saying.
I'm just under you, so.
Well, and you already have
I
that
am
shoulder
30.
wound. Purdy, I just don't think that's a good idea.
No, but if he brings up his rope, then I can or brings up this rope, then maybe I can go last and help you guys in between.
Well,
Okay.
Clyde, wish there was something I could do to assist you on your way, but fingers crossed. Be lucky.
All right.
As he starts to climb up, he's like, "This is how I'm gonna die," and it starts climbing.
Give me a climb check. A hard check is required with no rope to help you.
So can I? I have a long, thick traveling cloak.
Okay.
Can I hold it? Maybe Harmon and like beneath in case Clyde falls. We could
As
hold.
a fireman's
try to catch him.
trampoline? Sure.
Yeah. Does somebody want to? Maybe both of you could help, just in case. Then he doesn't fall in the garbage.
Yeah, I mean, I fully support.
I'm just
Clyde.
gonna give this. I think I'm gonna give this to DM. It'd be more fun.
Well, sure. Don't let us see it.
All right. Clyde makes it up about 20 feet when his foot slips on what might be food grease. He falls. Now you guys have. Well, go ahead.
Should I spend luck here?
How far off were you? Oh,
It's within my luck range.
to get to a hard success?
I mean, it would be a lot for a luck range.
Yeah. Half would be what, 28? No, 27. You'd have to get it.
I mean, pushing it's always a valid option.
You can push your roll if you would like. If you fail, you will potentially land on one of your colleagues.
Unless you guys don't want me to land on one of you, say it right now.
I'm fine
I
with
mean-
it. Don't aim for Purdy though. He's already injured.
We'll roll a d6 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Screw it, I'll push it. Why not? Once again, no one's saying no, so
Hard success.
we'll let the public know this time.
Oh boy,
That's the-
that was a bad one.
That's the wrong one in the wrong direction.
Yeah.
Hey,
Whee!
not to put this out here, but if anybody would like to donate to the to the Red Cross for aid to Hurricane Fiona and buy a reroll. Okay. I didn't say anything about that at the beginning, but we are
That's a
raising
quarter.
raising money for Hurricane Fiona relief, and you can buy player rerolls and actually first aid assistance as well. So those are all available for a donation to Hurricane Fiona relief for the citizens of Puerto Rico, the United States who live in Puerto Rico. I would like to double down on that part of it. All right, well, as promised, you will take 1d6 damage from the fall, and the person who you land on will take half of whatever that is. So, here comes the who do you fall on. 1 to 2 is Harmon, 3 to 4 is Purdy, 5 to 6 is Daisy.
Oh, we think he's falling. Let's catch him.
Oh shit!
That's Purdy.
Jeez.
No. All right.
Poor Purdy.
The damage is 4 points of damage to Clyde, 2 points of damage to Purdy.
Fucking shit!
Right on his shoulder.
I thought you were gonna catch me.
Well, you moved in midair. We were trying.
I don't control gravity.
I think it's the curse of the Pharaoh.
I think it's one too many Turkish delights I've had earlier, and he's gonna try crack his back a bit, give himself a little first aid.
Oh.
Give her.
Yeah. Now I succeed.
Now you succeed. Yeah, that would have been the hard
Oh,
success.
man.
No, you would have been able
No.
to luck your way to a hard success on that one. Yeah. All right. Well, it's not. I mean, do you want to keep trying, or? But you'll need a new plan at this point because you've tried
Could
this
we
one.
could we try to fashion that curtain rod into some sort of a hook and just throw the rope up? Can you throw that far?
I think you're talking to Harmon on this department.
What?
And I'm gonna try and like loosen up Purdy's shoulders and first aid him, unless Daisy wants to do that.
I could.
How's your shoulder, buddy?
My idea, Harmon, was to take this foot-length curtain rod and try to fashion it into a hook and throw it. So like grappling hook. But it's
I don't think I can throw that far.
and that was because you're our throwing.
It's one thing with small rocks toward windows that I mean, I'll try it. I don't think I can do it.
There will be a hard success on your throw.
Not with that attitude, Harmon.
I will try the first aid with Purdy. Just see. I'm not doing first aid today. I don't know what my problem is.
You want me to give it a shot?
Sorry.
You want to try throwing?
Oh, maybe that'll.
I'll
be
let
good.
everybody give a shot at throwing, but Purdy's going to have some difficulty. He'll have a penalty die because of his shoulder.
All right,
If
it was
you
my
all wanna try
idea.
Alright.
I don't mind
We'll try
trying
to-
first.
First, we have to bend this curtain rod into the hook that you want.
Not a problem.
Okay.
Which gives a little bit of worry to will it hold your weight once it. 91, no.
All right, I'm gonna try it. I'm really low. Oh no, I'm sorry. It just I throw like a girl.
Let me have a shot.
I got this. Damn it!
Oh my god.
We're never getting out
He's your throwing captain.
Someone sign this guy up for the Dodgers. Come on now.
It went through. It went up.
Oh wow!
What happened?
And
Brilliant.
you pull, and it seems to have hooked in a way that the aluminum's not giving against your weight.
Harmon, I didn't know you played for the White Sox.
Yeah.
You shut your mouth, White Sox.
Cubs.
Well, it's a good thing because the Black Sox
Black
situation
Sox.
was not great.
Yeah, and not that long ago. All right.
Lost a lot of money that day.
Well, you should have.
Everybody needs to make. I'm gonna be nice. Everybody needs to make a regular success, and because of the rope, and because of the incredible hard success throw there, everybody needs to make the climb, and they can do it with a bonus die. Regular success. But if you fail, you're falling.
Are you I'm spending 2 luck.
Okay.
Come on now.
Bonus die. Okay.
Oh,
Nice
you
job.
didn't even need it.
Why is it that I fail?
Oh no! So, you guys climb up, and you find that you are on the very farthest edge, eastern edge of the Giza Plateau. You are not far from Cairo proper. You're not far from the Nile, and you can see maybe 50 feet away is several sort of shanty restaurants and a couple of homes, and you are not far from like this sort of as you look down, you're like, oh wow, yeah, you really can't see because there's no light down there with your flashlight's not down there. Where this goes, so people have just been throwing their trash down this hole for years, and you are now on the eastern, like I said, bit of the. I'll flip us over to this map. Trying to figure out the best way to. So you're like that does not help. But if you can see Giza pyramids and where Cairo is, you're right on the edge of the river there. So, yeah, Giza down here. You're right here across from Old. You have a long walk to a bridge to cross over the River Nile. What do you guys wish to do? You can look back towards where the pyramid entrances are too, by the way. Several hundred yards to the west. Northwest, actually.
I really think we need to get you back so you can. Yeah, you're looking in bad shape, Purdy.
Yeah, I think that, we're out now. Maybe we should wait before we go back in.
Oh, I agree. I'd say I would agree with getting it back to a comfortable bed.
Okay. As you look back towards, you see that there are several people. You can't see clearly. You're really far away, and unless people were looking specifically for you with lights, they wouldn't see you. But there does appear to be a police presence at the pyramid, Mycerinus pyramid, and you can do with that as you will, but you're nowhere near them. You can skulk away easily, and within some time you get back to, I believe you were staying at the which hotel was that you chose? You chose
The Fancy Pants.
There were two Fancy Pants ones. I can't remember which Fancy Pants.
Oh, ours is called the Fancy Pants.
Oh.
It just has the long bar in it. That's all I remember.
It does have the long bar in it, and it is called... Hotel de Sud was one, and I think that's the one you're in. No, that was if you guys were gonna get robbed.
My other book.
Sorry.
Is it Shepard?
Shepherds?
Yep.
That's
That
it.
seems to be
Shepherds.
the one
Shepherds is the one. Yep. Okay. So you guys make it back there late at night, and the night clerk, the night manager, as you show him your keys, and
I'm gonna throw my jacket over Purdy to hide the blood.
Okay. Oh yeah. Good call. I imagine you did that relatively early in the walk once you got back into
Yeah.
No, right up in front of him, like quick.
You don't see this.
Don't mind me.
Pay no attention to the blood behind the curtain.
I'm just here for my room in the Fancy Pants.
All right. You get to your rooms, and you can have. There is no real benefit, I believe, to a night's sleep, or is there? Am I
Well, if you want to give a second, I guess, Daisy, if you want to look at Purdy, you might
Right.
be able to
I have
do something.
medicine abilities as
Yep.
well,
Okay.
so I might be able to actually do something.
That would be the next morning, so the night will pass peaceably, unless there's anything you guys want to do with your evening. Just sleep the rest of the night, wake up for a late morning, and then you can.
Yeah, Purdy's definitely in.
Yeah, I think go to sleep at this point.
Probably gets 2 shots at the bar and then walks up.
All right. You can go ahead and make a medicine check.
All right. Okay. I suck at my job, but not as badly right now. I mean,
Nice.
these numbers are not great for someone who's been a
Well,
nurse
you've
for a
never
long time.
never treated a Malkin
Yeah.
wound.
To be fair, I haven't seen falcon bites like this before.
And so you can recover 1d3 hit points.
I don't know how to roll 1d3.
You could just type r/r1 space 1d3 and it'll generate it.
What was that?
//r space 1d3.
Okay. Thank you.
No problem. Oh, bummer.
Well, you
But
know.
it's one better, and you heal medicine. Somebody healing works, damage recovery. Was that a major wound?
I don't think it's have Purdy's hit points in one strike.
Oh
I think
yeah.
Purdy's pretty beefy.
Okay.
So wait, so what do you explain major wound?
Half your hit points in one hit.
So the worst was 6, right?
Yep. Yep.
What's your
And that
max hit
was
points?
at 14, so
Okay.
So you're fine.
Okay. So recovery from regular damage is relatively fast. If a character has not sustained a major wound, the character recovers 1 hit point per day. So you would also recover 1 more.
yeah.
So,
Just from the resting.
and then the medicine helped you 1, and the first aid you had received.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got it.
Daisy,
Right.
if you have a second, I mean,
Oh, are you looking pretty injured as well?
my shoulder hurts a little bit too.
Oh, well, let's see if we can do something about that. Oh, look, I'm much better at helping you.
1d3.
1d3. All right, let me get that. Well, you
Oh.
get 2. There you go.
So as a reminder, you guys had a lead with Faraz Al-Najjar that, and he had walked away. Did we left? Where did we leave you with him?
Is that the guy from the
The
store?
shops. Yeah.
I don't think we talked to him.
We went in and somebody tried to talk to him, and he made us leave.
I
Okay.
bought some things from him.
All right.
Yeah, you tried to establish some rapport so that maybe you can go back later.
And then he went to his mosque,
Mhm.
as I think
Mhm.
what he did. Okay. And then I don't think you have any other direct leads right now, right?
No, I was thinking I might, now that we're not in a stressful situation, spend some time with that rubbing and see if I can't get anything out of it.
Okay. You do have a contact at the Egypt Museum.
That's true, actually. That's a good idea.
You have the his name was Dr. Jones.
Nazim? Nope.
It was Dr. Ali Kafur.
On the page 2.
So, you could return to the Cairo Museum, and then he said he would be happy to help in any way he could. He considered you allies in this fight. He believed you and your stories that you heard, and in fact filled in several details about Nyarlathotep and the cult of the Black Pharaoh, I believe. So he would probably be happy to translate it for you.
Yeah, I think that'd be a great idea. I'm happy to go there.
Okay. And what?
Spend some time comfortably ensconced.
I can see that.
Like he can.
But-
Have an opportunity.
Roll
Bring pauses.